Hey guys, welcome back to Command Battle and Wins Waffle and War special mini series on the brand new 10th edition Warhammer 40k Codex, Index releases. Today we're going to be carrying on from the mammoth session that we had on the Orcs previously, and this is going to be our part two. Unfortunately, Chris has got bored and wandered off into the warp to play with his Slanesh toys and all those sorts of things. So it's just me and Commander Joe here today.
Hello.
So, Joe, welcome back.
Hi, thanks for having me. I'm thrilled to see what's going to happen in part two of the Orky Boys.
Yeah, well, shall we just dive right in?
I think we should
Um,
let's not stall it any longer. Let's go
yeah,
straight in, start talking about the orcs, and then we're waffle and war. Let's not delay anything. Let's just
yeah.
get straight on with it. Yeah.
Okay, okay. All right. Well, I think what we should do is not
Yep.
delay any more
Nope.
because any delays might cause a bit of a blip in the momentum,
Yep.
and then we won't be talking about the orc stuff.
Now it's really important that we get straight on. Let's not beat around the bush. Let's not talk about Tyranids or talk about Space Marines or talk about 10th edition. Let's talk about 10th edition, but the
10th,
rules. No, the data sheets of 10th edition.
data sheets of the orcs, not the Leviathan box set, which
Nope.
you've had delivered today,
Yep.
and I haven't, and I'm
Yep.
not going to complain about that at all. That
Absolutely not.
or the lion.
Nope. I don't think we should delay or get stuck in the past. Let's get straight on, right in, because I imagine people have now switched off because it's been 1 minute and 40 seconds.
Yeah, okay, let's carry on. Yes, so yesterday, well, I don't know what order we're going to upload this in, but at the end of the Orc sesh, that was quite a mammoth one. I think we were a bit tired, so it might be a bit jarring that we have more energy at the start of part two, but we're going to get down and start with Captain Badrock. That's on
And
page 55, Joe.
there's also something to note that I have turned us up considerably, so there is a small chance we are now too loud. But previously we've been too quiet, and I don't
Okay,
know why.
okay. Well, people can turn things up and down, so as long as we're not distorting, then hopefully that's okay.
Yes. Okay.
Good. Right, Captain Badrook. I have nearly finished painting him, and that's why I have come straight to his data sheet. We've already looked at the flash kits, and they looked okay. Um, Big problem, of course, with orcs is their ballistic skill. So any orcs that are focused entirely on shooting, not fantastic. But Captain Badrook is a really fun model. He's a fine cast model still, or a resin one. Um, don't know if he'll get updated at any time in the future, but hopefully not because I've nearly finished painting mine. So this guy, what's he got? He's got his Daripper. So that's his ranged weapon. That's got heavy and sustained hits one. Okay, so he can hit on a 4+ rather than a 5+ if he stays still, just like
May
his flash kits.
May I
He can
just
attack.
interrupt you a second? Sorry. Have you got
Yeah,
a fan on per chance?
I actually do. Yes.
Okay.
Is it
So well,
is it
it's
coming through?
it is when you're talking, but I'm sure with it being so bloody hot, people will forgive and don't want you to
No, I'll,
overheat.
I'll turn it off. I'll turn it off. Work.
Are you sure? Uh-oh.
Is that any better?
That is better, but I don't want you to overheat and sweat.
No. I will put myself through discomfort for our listeners. That's part of the job.
Okay, okay. I mean, I've turned mine off and I am sweating like something that is really, really sweaty between your legs.
There we go. Excellent. Okay. Well, hopefully that's helped. Um, yes. So we have Daripper. It can supercharge. So it's effectively a plasma weapon. I
Really?
think. Yeah. Damage 2 or supercharge damage 3.
Uh, oh.
Interesting. Um, yeah.
Oh.
That stopped me in my tracks actually.
Yeah. I was thinking, huh? That's not quite right. But it literally says supercharge. It's hazardous. It's heavy and sustains hits. Yeah, it's supercharged. It's like plasma, isn't it?
Yeah. Certainly is. Very good. And he can attach himself to the flash gits unit as you'd expect.
Oh, absolutely. And does he do anything to buff that said Flash Git squad?
He has flashiest gits ability, so while he's
Oh.
leading them, re-roll hits. That's good. Okay, that makes it a lot better. And then what have we got? Dead glowy ammo. So while an enemy infantry unit within 6 inches of this model, subtract 1 from the toughness.
Mm.
That's okay.
Yeah. Rearrange, but your ranged attacks and hit rolls, whatever. That's good.
Mm.
Reroll your hit rolls. That's useful. Infantry subtract one from the tip. So hang on, is that disgustingly resilient?
What, the new one? It is, isn't it? Obviously, the Death Guard one
Oh, so
throws an aura, but
yeah, no, that's the aura ability, isn't it? Not disgustingly resilient. That's their aura ability.
okay, so it's taken that one, has it?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's a shame. Chris wasn't here to hear that.
Oh, dude. Oh well, never mind. He'll. I'm sure we'll. In fact, I can hear him. I can hear him crying from the warp.
Yeah, never mind. Okay, right. Let's move on from that one
Okay.
on that note. Right. Next, I will say killer cans because I bought those on your Warhammer World Stag, if you recall.
I do. Are you not getting the kill rig?
It's just a bit much. When they
It's
brought out Beast
awesome.
Snagger, it is awesome, and I really like the Were Boy, who is their new version of the Weird Boy that only comes in that box set. So if you wanted
Okay.
that, that's why I kit bashed my own
Yeah.
because the original one's just a little old. But yeah, I never took to the Beast Snagger boys. I think they're cool, but they're just not what I wanted from orcs. I wanted big clanking walkers.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I wanted big rusty tins that shoot rockets and chop you up. And the Beast Snaggers just aren't that.
Yeah, they're
So
big boys.
they are. So
Killer
let's get
cans.
on. Killer cans. Page 59. Movement 6, toughness 6. Yeah, they're looking good. Their leadership 8 plus apparently is pretty poor. So 8 plus means that if they are below half strength battle shock test, you need to roll a 9 or above. Is that no an 8 or above, I guess. Pass
I
battle shock.
I've not looked into Battleshock at all, so I really don't know.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Yes.
um,
Yes, you are right. Possibly. Yes. Sounds about
thank
right.
you. Okay. So each model has a can shooter and a can claw, and they can have the Grotzuka, rocket launcher, and Scorcher. That's standard. I never used Scorchers in 9th edition. Never, I haven't modelled anything with Scorchers, but I think Flamers are a bit better in 10th edition, aren't they?
Well, this ignores cover.
Yeah, and Torrents. Well, Torrent just
Yeah.
means auto hit, but
It
yeah.
does. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, they're looking
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. That's quite good.
Um,
The can shooter's got devastating wounds. That's pretty mean.
yes. Yeah, that's just the normal one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Um,
Rapid
Blast
fire too.
fire too, so can do 5 shots with it. Shoot, I think that the Daka weapon of it originally was 3 or 5, and so having a base of 3 and a rapid fire 2,
Oh
that's
yes.
basically the same thing.
They've got rid of that, haven't they?
Yeah, Daka weapons have gone,
Mm.
but they're pretty much exactly the same using the
Yeah.
rapid fire keyword or
True.
ability.
True. Yeah. Shooty power trip.
What we got there? Each time this unit is selected to shoot, you can roll 1d6. On a 1, the nearest other friendly orcs unit within 12 inches and visible suffers d3 mortal wounds. Well, that's not good. Well, there's no benefit. Sorry, let me continue reading because why would you want that? Okay, on a 2 plus, until the end of the phase, ranged weapons equipped by this model have the ignores cover ability.
So narratively, I imagine the shooty power trip is they're just going and shooting everywhere, all over the place. And then if you're a ballistic skill, like obviously if you roll a 1, it's equivalent to the ballistic skill. That means you accidentally hit your own troops instead of hitting everything else. That's quite cool. It's very orky, isn't it? Really,
Yeah.
just a bit.
Um,
D3 mortal wounds is a bit.
Yeah, it is, but it's only on a 1.
It's true, and that's half the fun.
And I guess maybe this edition will use cover a little bit more because it seems a bit easier to get around, get your head around. Okay, well, it might be useful. We'll play a few games and see how it goes.
Did they have an invul save in ninth?
No, I don't
Because
think they did.
they've got one now. 6 plus, mother trucker.
Yeah, not bad, not bad. Okay, let's move on. I really like the commandos, but I don't have them, so I'm not going to use them. And I bet there's quite a lot of different things that they can do.
Yeah, I like the commando little model. It was cool.
Just quickly, can we look at the looters? Because I got some looters and they were awful.
Yes. What
Um,
page will the looters be on?
65.
65.
Yeah. So
Looters.
I got those because I originally got flash kits as a present because they just looked amazing, but they didn't perform very well for the points,
Yeah.
and the looters were basically a sort of downgraded but cheaper version. And I remember taking them in a game, and they just didn't do anything against Space Marines. I guess it's just orc shooting again. Let's have a look. Big shooters, rapid fire 2, that's normal. Heavy rapid fire 1, def guns, custom. So with looters, the sergeant is called a spanner,
Yeah.
and well, mine's got a custom mega blaster, which is hazardous. Okay, that's cool. Um, Not a lot to say about them. They're basically orc boys, but just with bigger guns. Um, let's have a look. And that's our loot ability. Each time a model makes a range attack, re-roll hit rolls of 1. If it's within range of an objective marker, just re-roll hit rolls flat out.
That's quite good.
That might make them a bit better.
Yeah, I like that.
Mhm.
How many of those can you have in a squad?
Um, oh, it's
5
weird.
minimum.
Between 5 to 15.
You got to have at least one spanner, but you can have 3 spanners in total in a 12 in a
It
15
needs
squad.
one spanner for every 4 looters.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a weird one. So yeah, well, you buy them in a box of 5 anyway, so that kind of makes sense. I don't know if I'd do that. I'd be interested in the Burner Boys instead, I think, for 10th edition. But okay, the reroll hit rolls of 1 might be useful because obviously their ballistic skill of 5 plus is just terrible.
Oh yes, absolutely. The def gun is a 6+, dude. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
But
I
they
don't.
are strong though. Not the big shooters, but everything else are really strong.
Yeah, true, very true. Okay, let's move on. Let's get to the one that we all want to know about, and that is the Mega Knobs page 69.
Wait.
Oh dear. Okay. So Mega Knobs, I think they had 3 wounds before. There's still 5-inch movement, which was painful. They've got to have a transport. They've just got to. Save of 2+, which was the same as before. No invulnerable save. They didn't have that before, but some units have been getting invulnerable saves.
Yeah.
Um, the I think they need the big mech and mega armor to give them like the apothecary style resurrections and stuff.
Yeah, yeah, they're going to be mean with him, I think.
Yeah, but they've changed it now. So previously you had either big shooters or combi rockets or combi flamers. And if you can see on the datasheet, the one on the right has a combi flamer, but that doesn't exist anymore, and it's just combi weapon.
Oh.
And then yeah, so it doesn't matter what you've modeled them with; they're just combi weapons.
Hmm. Okay, just to make
Mm.
the rolling easier, I suppose.
Yeah, but one attack with a 5+ ballistic skill's a little. It, it's
Anti-infantry 4+, though.
well, that's good, but that's for unmodified wound rolls of 4+, become
Uh,
mortal wounds.
mm,
So that's good if
yeah.
you get to the wound stage.
Mm. You've got no
And it,
auto hits for orcs. Can't remember if there's a stratagem that auto like bypasses your ballistic skill or something.
I, no, I don't think we do.
No. Yeah.
But one of the great things here,
Mm.
all the way on the right, unit composition 2 to 6 meganobs. So that means, do you remember my complaint about you buy the box set of 3,
Yeah.
not knowing how they work because you've just bought the coolest thing when you start out because you love it. You build a big mech in mega armor, and then you're left with 2 mega knobs, and you can't use them because the big mech in mega armor is a HQ, and the
Oh
minimum squad
yes.
size was a 3.
Ah yes.
So now it's saying the minimum squad size is a 2. This is brilliant because I I've been fielding a squad of 5 Mega Knobs, and so now I could have a squad of 3 Mega Knobs, and I could have a squad of 2 Mega Knobs with as a kind of bodyguard unit.
Don't like it.
Mm.
No, I do. I think it's brilliant. I think it's good.
They should. Hopefully, they'll do that with your Brain Bugs and the Tyranid Warriors and the Primes and stuff, because it's pretty much same principle, isn't it?
Yeah, well, they've done it with the Neurothropes and Zoanthropes. That's just one squad now. But you've
Oh,
got to have one. You've got to have one Neurothrope, and then the rest could be the Zoanthropes.
so it's basically become a sergeant
Yes,
downgraded from
yeah,
an HQ.
yeah, which I'm
Oh,
totally not bitter about at all. Because
well,
his stats have gotten rubbish.
that's not as good, is it? Really?
Not really.
Yeah.
But the Zoanthropes, and they're still pretty interesting to play. So I'm looking forward to playing them. Anyway, this is the Orcs, not the Tyranids. Come on.
Sorry, everybody. So yes, my 2 guys that I could run in their own squad now are both equipped with twin kill saws. Now, if we look at the profile of that, they're twin linked, and I'm not a big fan of this twin linked thing because twin kill saws do 2 attacks. Twin linked means you can re-roll the wound rolls,
Yeah.
but it's strength 12. I mean, that's a pretty high wound roll.
Yeah.
Well, it's a pretty, you're going to be hitting on wounded on 2 pluses most of the time anyway, surely.
Surely, yeah. Unless you're up against a tank.
Yeah, yeah. So maybe they're just can openers,
Yeah.
just like tank rippers.
Well,
But
I mean, against anything other than a tank, um, you're gonna rip through them. You're gonna kill them, aren't you? Like you said, you'd be rolling on 2s most of the time at least. And then a tank is where you're gonna need that twin link the most, perhaps. So
you know what I'm going to do
what?
if I can. I will give them 1 kill saw and 1 power claw
Oh,
because it's not got those little arrows next to it that says you have to choose one or the other.
that's true. That's very true.
Or is it the other way around?
No, no, not when it normally with the little arrows it says select one of these profiles. So
Uh,
this is the conversation that me and Chris had. So previously in ninth edition and previous to that, you would get a base characteristics of 9, let's say 9 attacks, and then you would allocate the weapons into those 9 attacks. Whereas
yeah,
now there's no weapons. Sorry, there's no attacks allocated. The attacks are within each individual profile. So to me, that reads that you get to use kill source twice, and then power claws 3 attacks, then your twin. You know what I mean? But then again, actually saying that depends on what you can have that equipped.
mm,
So if
yeah.
you've got all 3 of those equipped, then you would in theory be able to use all 3 of those weapons.
Well, the twin kill saw is just 2 kill saws, but if you look, they've got exactly the same profile. Like 2 attacks, weapon skill, strength, AP, and damage are all the same, and the only difference is the twin kill saw is twin linked.
Hmm.
Whereas before, if you had twin kill saws, you got an extra attack. Um, so,
Yeah, that doesn't seem quite right, does it? To be fair, but you can have 1 twin kill saw, 1 kill saw, and 1 power claw, 1 custom shooter, and 1 kill saw, 1 combi weapon and 1 kill saw, and 1 combi weapon and 1 power saw claw.
yeah, I don't really see the massive benefit in having twin kill saws versus 1 kill saw and 1 power claw. I don't know.
Maybe if those people have already built them, perhaps you're quite right. The stats are you would expect something different, at least 1 more attack,
Mm.
and
May
twin linked as well.
Yeah, maybe I'm missing something. Maybe this whole re-rolling wound rolls is actually really good because I really don't like twin linked with the aggressors either.
No,
I
no.
want more shots. The whole point of them is they're basically DACA Marines. But
Mm.
anyway, we're not talking about Space Marines.
But
Um,
you would think that the twin kill saw would be twin linked and would have 4 attacks instead of
yeah,
2 because you're equipped with 2 of them. Yeah,
yeah,
that's a bit crap.
at the disadvantage of not having a ranged weapon.
Yeah, yeah. There's no logic in that, other than the fact that they're just trying to accommodate. No, no, there is no logic in that at all. You're right. Right, next one.
Sorry, they've got an ability though.
Oh yes.
Crumbin time.
Nah.
Okay. During the battle round in which you call the war, melee weapons equipped by models in this unit have devastating wounds. So critical wounds become mortal wounds.
Very nice. So
That's good.
mortal
So you
wounds
don't,
on sixes when you're calling the war. Is that right?
yeah,
Nice, nice.
yeah, not bad at all. Okay, good.
Be
Right.
better if you had 4 attacks. I'm just saying. Anyway,
Yeah, you're
next
fine.
Orky boy.
Okay, sorry, I'm just rolling down. My PDF viewer is going a little mad. Um,
Mine's mine. I've found the Morkanaut. Have we done Morkanaut and Gorkanaut?
we've done Gorkanaut. I'm not
Gorkanaut.
going to do Morkanaut because I don't have one.
Okay,
Um, we can do the Pain Boy. Pain Boy on page 89.
I'm getting there. Would have been quicker just to. Yep. Pain boss. No. Pain boy. Ah, yes, I like that model.
So I've got this in the not the Combat Patrol, the Start Collecting Orcs box.
Your Pain boy. Have you got a name for him?
No, no, because I've not finished him yet.
Okay, because he reminds me of Zed from Borderlands. Remember Zed, the medical guy that basically is it Borderlands 2? Is in all or the first one? I can't remember. There was Zed that was you'd meet him at the beginning and he'd give you a gun, and he's got the medic, the dispenser things.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know why he just reminds me of Zed. It's just a
Hmm.
hand, and he looks really happy, and I can imagine him having some like gross thing that he's looking at with his little magnifying thing.
Yeah,
Anyway, sorry. We go
no.
on. We
Good,
digress.
good, good. So the one gripe I had with the Pain Boy in the Start Collecting box was he wasn't a HQ. So that Start Collecting box didn't actually have any HQs in it because he was the character in the box. But now he's a leader, which is good. So he can lead boys, knobs, looters, burner boys, and tank busters, and can be equipped with one grot orderly. So I assume that's the little Gretchen fella on his back with the big syringe. But he looks okay. He's only got melee weapons. And going back to the previous one, if you look, Urti Syringe has
Mm.
the extra attacks ability. So extra attacks means can attack with this weapon in addition to any other weapons. So going back to the Mega Knobs thing, I don't think if you're equipped with one kill saw and one power claw, you can. I don't think you can attack with both.
Is that what the extra tax means?
Yeah, it means you can use the power claw and the syringe.
Oh, so probably you can't. Yeah, that's interesting.
Mm.
I've not come across the extra tax thing before.
Yeah, well, it's interesting, isn't it? It's anti-infantry, extra attacks, and precision, but it's only got one attack. Weapon skill 3 plus strength 2. Strength 2. Strength 2, but it's anti-infantry 4 plus. So strength. So on a 4 plus, it's a mortal wound. Okay, that's a weird one, isn't it?
Crazy. Interestingly, actually, you can precision's quite good, so you can use that again. That makes sense.
It's HQs, yeah.
Yeah, for the extra attacks doesn't appear in the quick start guide by 40k.
Well, it's in my special Azus guide.
What's this?
Yeah, the special command battle win cheat sheets for 40k.
Are we going to release these to the world at some point?
I think we should, yeah. Um,
How do we
I'm
do
doing
that?
it. I'll export to PDF and we'll just maybe we'll host it somewhere
Okay.
and get people to download. It'd be nice to track how many downloads we get, so I'll find a little mechanism to do that.
Oh, you clever boy.
You know me. But okay, so power claw. That's a standard power claw. It's quite painful. Syringe seems like a little targeted thing. The anti-infantry sounds quite good. Abilities, docs, tools. Well, it is leading a unit. Models have a feel no pain 5 plus.
Oh.
So that's
Feel no pain.
disgustingly resilient. Sorry,
Oh
eighth edition.
my god.
Disgustingly resilient. Yep. Okay, and what's this next one? Hold still and say, ah. Each time an attack made by this model with its Hurty syringe scores a critical wound against a unit excluding vehicles, it suffers D6 mortal wounds. Okay, so that makes more sense.
Oh. Okay.
So
Boredom still is that's awesome. Excuse
so
me.
even though it's strength 2, if you roll a 6 on the wound roll, they get D6 mortal wounds. But it's only got
Jeez.
1 attack, so it's again not likely to go off.
Unless you roll a 4+ on an anti-infantry.
So a 4+ to actually wound. So that becomes a mortal wound, but it's only damage 1 anyway. So, but if you rolled a 6, oh god, so this is confusing. So it's a strength 2. So to wound on a Space Marine, you need to roll a 6 anyway.
Yeah.
But if it was a 4, then it becomes 1 mortal wound. But if it was a 6, then it's D6 mortal wounds. Simplified, not simple. I think that's what they said, wasn't it, about 10th edition?
Yeah, they did.
Anyway, right, Grot Orderly, what does he do? Once per battle in the command phase, if he's leading a unit below half strength, below its starting strength, you can return up to D3 destroyed bodyguard model units. Oh, that's good. Sorry, models to the unit. D3 models, that's good, rather than D3 wounds worth of models.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's insane. I
Mm,
like it. But it's good for a horde army, so.
yeah, true, because the boys will just get picked off like flies anyway.
Have you seen who can join? Sorry, I got a little bit carried away and excited then.
Ops.
Utahs, Burner Boys, Bank Busters, or Tank Busters, sorry. You can join quite a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah. Again, they're all basically variants of boys. The knobs aren't. Leading a squad of knobs might be dangerous because knobs have 2 wounds. So if you want to just bring back D3 knobs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Painting him up. Painting him
Yeah.
up.
Well, the good thing about my all my orcs, I went on a massive painting spree earlier in the year where I got them all up to based. So they're all based and shaded, and it's just a case of needing to do the highlights now. So I could get them painted up pretty soon, which is nice. Right, let's move on.
Let's move on. We're
Don't
on
have any.
we're on 27 minutes, so may I suggest this be our last and a summary wrap up?
Okay, should we do the stomper?
You do whatever you want, man. It's your army, your codex. You let me know. Chat a page number and I shall go to it.
If we're doing one, then we should do one that we're probably going to use in the games more. Let's do the war boss in mega armor because that's Asbog, and he's on page 109.
109.
I think he's been a little bit nerfed.
Is he just the guy that's got the flamer on his shoulder? The flame guy on his shoulder,
The grot guy, the grot shooter, yeah.
who doesn't look like he's on this. You think
Doesn't
it?
look like it, does it?
Well, the other ones that have got little groks have got like they've got the little snotling guy, whatever they are. They've got some sort of a unique little mention in their rules, haven't they?
Well, he's got a big shooter and it's ballistic skill 4+ rather than 5. So orcs are 5+, but the grots are 4+. So he's still kept that rule, but
Yeah,
they've
that's
just not
good.
really mentioned him.
He's got seven wounds. He has seven
So
wounds before.
I can't remember.
I thought he
I
had
thought it
like
was more like 5 or 6, but
yeah.
not sure. He's got his invul of 5+, save of 2+. He can only lead a squad of mega knobs. Now that's not great, given that the big mech in mega armor is really good.
Hmm.
But it is kind of good because I've got 2 squads of mega knobs technically. Now that I can do a squad of 2. Okay. So
I
we can
like
lead mega knobs. Sorry.
I like his axe. That's such a cool orky looking thing. 2 gears on there.
Yeah. The huge chopper.
Uh,
Right. Well. Yeah. 4 attacks, weapon skill 2+, strength 12, AP -2, damage 2. So that's good. Let's see what his abilities do. Might is right. Whilst this model is leading a unit, each time the model makes an attack, add 1 to the hit roll. Okay, well that's good. And dead hard. When you call a war, until the end of the next battle round, he has a feel no pain 4+ ability. That's pretty mean.
mm.
Yeah.
I like it. It's
Yeah,
good. Just
it's
a
good. It's
just
not
a,
like
like a
mm,
captain into you, really. It's just equivalent to a captain in Terminator armor.
yeah, yeah. It's not amazing, but yeah, okay. Well, if that was the last one,
Any honourable mentions?
well, again, I'm only doing models that I've painted, but the Weird Boy was analysed to death when they released that earlier.
What's the Zogord Wart Snagger? Is he like a
Zogrod, yeah, Zogrod Wartsnagger. He is a remade model, I think. Used to be like a runt herd.
okay? He's
So
not
he used to
psychic or anything, is he? He's just a
no, he used to wrangle up grots. So
okay.
his melee weapon, the grab zapper, I think that's meant for like a cattle prod, but for
Okay, okay.
rounding up Gretchen.
Other quick question: Are you painting up the Mech Boy workshop?
Good question. It's
Because
still in its shrink wrap on my shelf. I bought it for my fiance, but
I think technically you've inherited that.
maybe I have. I mean, I've effectively bought a one half of Leviathan, so
Yeah,
she wants both halves. She wants the Imperial. She wants to paint the other half Imperial fists.
Oh crikey!
Yeah, but
A
she's not.
yellow.
Yeah,
Oh, the worst
I know,
colour.
I know, I
Have
know.
you
And she,
have you
yeah.
seen that the Mech Boy workshop has abilities?
All right. Let's look at it. Let's encourage me to actually
Page
unbox it and use it.
119.
119. Okay. Ramshackle cover. Each time a ranged attack is allocated to a model, if it's not fully visible to every model in the attacking unit, because of this fortification, it has benefit of cover. Okay. That's a very wordy way of saying if at least one of the models is obscured, then the whole squad's in cover.
Yeah, they like to overcomplicate things. Maybe they copied and pasted these rules out of ninth.
Yeah. Work. Yeah. Workshop. When this fortification is set up, all parts of it must be set up within 1 inch of another part of it. At the end of your movement phase, each friendly Orcs vehicle within 12 inches can regain up to D3 lost wounds.
So that's quite good.
Each model can only be affected by this ability once per turn. Um, and while an enemy unit is only within engagement range of one or more fortifications, that unit can still be selected as target of ranged attacks. But each time such an attack is made, unless it's made with a pistol, subtract 1 from the hit roll. So these are just generic rules. They're not like good things. Models that in that unit do not need to take desperate escape tests due to falling back while battle shocked.
The only good thing is you get to D3 what lost wounds.
Yeah, that's the only benefit. The rest of
Mm,
it was talking about the very nitty gritty specifics. If an enemy unit's within engagement range,
yeah.
so it's got 10 wounds. Why would you punch a workshop that can't attack you?
Uh, which you would think they should have written it in with this claw here. I don't know, dude. Don't know.
Yeah.
Bit rubbish
Um,
of them. Anyway.
anyway, yeah, it's a weird one. I'm not encouraged to get it out of the box, to be honest.
No, no.
Never mind.
Unless you want some sexy orc terrain, that's it.
But did you know that the barriers and stuff in that box set are actually in the ones from the I forgot the name, the Octarius terrain. The
So they
castle,
are.
the orc Barbie dream house that fits together.
Yes, yeah. There they
So I
are.
just have more of the same terrain.
Hmm.
Do
Not
they come
worth
with
it.
the grots, or is that just some little artwork?
You've
I don't
got
know.
the
No,
box set, dude. Go on, crack it
just
out and have a
look.
look.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's all the data sheets. Let's wrap this up, shall we?
All right.
Um, I am less excited about the orcs than I am the Dark Angels. Well, I'm excited about the orcs because they're fun, but I don't think they're going to be as effective as the Dark Angels are.
Did you see all Spec Tactics chart thing that
The
people have?
rank.
Yeah, that apparently that's from the viewers.
Okay, so they're kind of near the bottom.
Yeah, they're at the very bottom.
The very bottom was Death Guard, wasn't it?
Oh, yes, sorry, tell a lie. I'm thinking of Death Guard.
Mm. But the Orcs were near the bottom.
Mm.
Yeah, the war's been nerfed a little bit. Get stuck in's definitely um, useful as an army-wide thing to get me away from Bad Moon stuff. So I like that. The stratagems are fun, but a little bit too specific in a lot of cases. Uh, I'm saying this like I'm like the font of all knowledge, but this is just my opinion based on my very limited experience playing Orc.
Well, buy
So
the 11th edition. Do you know, I was
yeah,
thinking earlier on, thinking last night to myself, it'd be quite interesting at the end of 10th, just before 11th is really, we basically do the whole thing again and then give our opinions to what they're like after we've played them for the 3 years that it's going to be out.
yeah, sounds good. After we've played about 4 games.
After we've played about 4 games, but it depends if another COVID or something hits like that.
Very true. Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see how many more models we have by
Oh
the time
yes.
11th edition turns up.
Maybe we should do a video of, where we tell everybody about the models that we've got left, and then by the end of 10th, we can then go back and then react to our own videos. Like, yes, I'm going to paint this up. I'm like, haha, no, I never. I'm going to paint this guy. Yeah, yep, spoiled it. I didn't. You know.
Yeah, that'd be quite fun.
Anyway, come on. I've got
Well,
some
I'm done.
pizza, so let's wrap up. I'm going to eat it.
I'm done.
Oh,
I'm excited for the big mech in Mega Armor.
yeah.
I like the Mega Nobs can have a squad of 2.
Mm,
Uh,
that's good.
there's a lot of the codex that I don't actually own, so I don't have much of an opinion on, but I've heard the flyers are terrible now,
Yeah.
which is a shame.
Because they're cool. The flyers are cool, and the bikes are cool. The
Mm,
cars are cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm effectively hoping that they'll have some special rules for like an army of walkers. I think that would be good. They call it a dread mob in previous editions, but they got rid of it in 9th edition.
Ooh.
Yeah, the Death Dreads look more dangerous, but they are more expensive. So I'll be happy because a lot of the time you've always thought, oh god, those dreadnoughts look really dangerous, and then
Yeah.
you pour your firepower into them, and I'm sat there chuckling to myself, going, they're only 85 points. Why are you bothering? But now they've gone up in points and up in ability, so that could be quite good.
I'm looking forward to seeing what they are like on the battlefield, because this is all
Yeah,
theory
definitely.
based, and yeah,
Yes, we shall see.
awesome. Right.
All right. Um, oh yeah, you're eating, aren't you? Okay. Well, thank you everyone for listening. Remember to subscribe, tell your mums, hit that like button, leave a comment telling us what we've done wrong, whether you disagree with my very limited opinions. Any feedback, always welcome. And until next time, remember to move the troops, and we'll see you later.
All right. Bye.
Right.